Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football back here at the Texas High School Coaches Association Convention in beautiful San Antonio, Texas. Here with the head coach, the new head coach of the Weimar Wildcats, Coach Ryan McIver. Coach,
yes,
thanks for taking a few minutes to chat with us today.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, Coach. First off, congratulations on the gig. You are undefeated and
yes,
well-loved in Weimar.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully that continues for a while.
Yeah, best few months of my life so far, huh?
Talk about when Weimar came open, and that job was out there. What attracted you to the job, and when you went through the interview process, what were some of the positives from that gig that you took away in the interview process?
To be perfectly honest with you, about 2 years ago, I interviewed for the Columbus job. Final two, Coach Bonewald ended up getting that job, but I really liked the area. I felt like I was ready to be a head coach, wanted to give it a go, and so I actually talked to some people from the Columbus interview and said, anybody in Weimar? And they said yes, and told me it'd be a great place to be. And so we just threw our name in the hat and went for the interview. We're supposed to have 2 interviews and only ended up having 1. So
you just knocked it out, huh?
Things went really well for us.
Well, what do you think of the town? I mean, what are your impressions of Weimar as a town?
I'm a small town kid. Weimar would have been the largest town I ever grew up in. So
wow.
I graduated from Bartlett High School, which is about 1,200 people in the town.
Mm-hmm.
Lived in Normandy and some places up in North Texas called McGargle and Harold, which I'm sure no one's ever heard of.
I know where Harold is. That's up between Decatur and Wichita Falls on 287.
That's right. That's exactly right.
That is some Texas geography right there. Yeah.
There you go. My dad was a principal in McGargle, and Coach Cluley, new head coach at Lubbock Estacado, he was talking about some land his folks had got a hold of, and he hunts on. And he said it was in McGargle, and he said, "You don't know where that is." I said, "Hell, I've lived there, buddy."
Are you admitting you know Joe Cluley at Lubbock Estacado?
Unfortunately, I do. I do admit that.
That's awesome that you guys are buddies and you both got head coaching jobs right around the same time. Man,
yes,
it was pretty awesome thing.
I love the small town feel of Weimar. It's a little bit different for my family. My wife's from Allen, so she never really lived in a small town. Even we worked with Coach Cluley in Lago Vista, but we lived in Leander at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So we were living in larger towns. Lived in Dickinson when we were at Texas City. So she's always been in a larger city, and now she's trying to get the feel of the small town.
Doesn't Weimar have a really great baseball park as well, like a really old baseball stadium?
It does. Veterans Stadium, the veterans own it, and it's well kept up.
They have playoff games there all the time.
Oh, absolutely. So we went and watched Sweeney play Bernie there this year, and knew the head coach from Sweeney. Worked with him in West Columbia. So
I've seen pictures of it. It's a beautiful ballpark. It's
really
one of those cool classic ballparks.
We actually have a wonderful softball field, too. We host a lot of 6A playoff games and softball. Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's look ahead to 2018 in the Weimar Wildcats. Obviously, you're a new coach. You're putting in new systems on both sides of the ball.
Yes, sir.
What kind of team can Wildcat fans expect to see when you guys take the field on August 31st for your opener?
We're pretty excited about it. A lot of people sit here and tell you that they're young and we're going to struggle a little bit, and I'm not saying we're going to be great, but we got some athletes running around. I think that we've got quite a few returners coming in that they've got some experience, and we're excited about our freshman class. Our freshman group is small as far as numbers goes, but they're pretty talented, and they've been up there working all summer. Gotten more kids working in the summer than apparently has ever been. Working there at Weimar, not as many as I'd hoped for.
Yeah.
But
still working on it, right?
In a town like that, kids work. Kids work during the summertime.
Yeah, they have jobs.
They have jobs, and so. But we're getting quite a few kids show up and get a little workout in, and it's been nice. So we got some talent running out there.
You mean a small town guy? You probably understand that kind of mentality where kids maybe they have jobs at the local fast food restaurant, or maybe they're working on some land somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
How do you balance that? I mean, do you just ask your kids to talk to you about that and say, "Hey, coach, I have to work. I have to help my family out," that kind of thing? How do you handle that communication when a kid has a good reason for not coming to summer workouts?
Absolutely. We have we have a morning workout session and an evening workout session. So a lot of kids can go to their jobs. We have kids that work out in hauling hay and stuff like that, 7 a.m. But they're getting done at 3, so they can come up to the 6 o'clock session. But some of those kids do work 12, 14 hours. Those kids that are working 12 and 14-hour days, they're doing the kind of labor that means that they probably don't need to be doing a lot of weightlifting because they're getting that done.
They're probably already in shape.
Yeah,
aren't
they're
they?
driving post holes and stuff like that, so they're getting that kind of work done. But we just communicate and talk and make sure that a lot of summer workouts is not just the lifting, the weights, and the running. It's the being involved with your teammates.
Yeah, 7-on-7 stuff like
absolutely,
that, right?
Absolutely.
Now, we're talking about working out, and that goes hand in hand with nutrition.
Yes, sir.
And at Dave Campbell's Texas Football, we have a partnership with Dairy Max, and we all know that fueling the body, if you're not fueled, you're not going to perform.
Absolutely.
What are you and your coaching staff planning on talking to your kids about as far as fueling the body, nutrition, specifically drinking chocolate milk? I mean, we all know chocolate milk is a great addition to any athlete's diet, and I'm sure it's something you guys have you're going to talk to your kids about.
It's one of the best things you can use for post-workout recovery. It's just as good as any protein shake or anything like that. We do try to distribute chocolate milk and actually peanut butter and jelly sandwiches as often as we can, as often as the budget provides. But it's
a lot more affordable option than protein shakes, right? You can get chocolate milk for,
and it's something that your cafeteria can do for you.
There you go.
And so we try to provide that for the kids and take care of that recovery time for them.
There you go. Well, Coach, now it is time for the toughest part of the interview, the Dick's Sporting Goods Wheel of Questions. We got our wheel here.
There we go.
I want you to give this bad boy a good spin, and we'll see where it lands. Cluley said he hopes it's on something tough.
Oh, I hate Cluley. That Lago Vista staff was something else.
We talked to Coach Hare earlier, so yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is favorite win. So now you're undefeated as a head coach, but you also haven't won a game as a head coach.
That's right.
So tell us about your favorite win. It could be from your playing days or from your days as an assistant coach. What's that win that you're like, that's the best win I've been involved in in my career?
Best win I've ever been involved with would have been a regional final championship when we were at Lago Vista against Rice Consolidated at the Dome, the Alamo Dome. We're a slot T offense, and
y'all put a 2-minute drill together.
We did. We ran a screen for about 70 yards.
I was at that game.
Were you really?
I was at that game. It was part of a triple header. I think Refugio played Schulenburg in the nightcap of that game.
That's right.
It was an unbelievable game, and you got I had never seen a slot T team move that fast and run a 2-minute drill, and you guys ran it to perfection.
It was beautiful. And I don't know if it's still up there, but the Bullock Museum, there's still a picture of me, Cluley, and Hare hugging each other at the end of the game. In the Texas high school football section of it.
That's awesome. That was one of the great football games I've ever seen. It's up there.
It was fun to be a part of. I promise you that.
Well, anytime you win a playoff game, it's always a fun. And hopefully there's many playoff wins in your future as a head coach at Weimar.
I hope so.
Well, we appreciate your time, Coach. Appreciate what you do for student athletes in the state
of
Texas.
We appreciate what you do for Texas high school football.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
Have a good one.
You too.